The member from Bramalea-Gore-Malton.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Transportation. Long-term construction projects kicked off this week on the Gardiner Expressway, resulting in lane restrictions until 2016. Families will see their commute times increase dramatically in the GTA, with no access to viable transit alternatives. We should be making Brampton into a transit hub, but the Minister can't even deliver two-way, all-day GO service. Why is the Minister content to continue the Liberal record of delay when Brampton needs transit relief now?
Mr. Speaker, first of all, I hope the member knows that the Gardiner is a municipal infrastructure run by the city, of which I think his party has a large number of members. So I'm hoping he's in discussion with his municipal caucus friends at Toronto City Hall. As someone who lives beside the Gardiner, I would appreciate and I wish him well in those discussions, because I live a half a block from the Gardiner and the Lakeshore, which for some peculiar reason, in some act of brilliant transportation, were both closed at the same time, which has created some interesting discussions in my neighbourhood. We have a $50 billion investment in the big move. The Premier just announced an additional unprecedented $29 billion fund. We're extending the 427, the 407. We're making massive investments in rapid transit in Viva, with York, and with the other regions. I hope the party will support the budget later today, because this is a historic, unprecedented level. And if the member does have those concerns, which I take him at his value, I hope he'll be rising with us several times in the next few days.
As my constituents and I can attest, construction on the Gardiner has increased commute times by almost an hour. People need a viable alternative. We hear lots of empty promises from the Liberals, but there's still really no funding for all-day two-way GO service. The government has delayed important transit improvements in Mississauga and Brampton for too long. Why won't the Minister commit to timelines and start the funding for these projects that Brampton needs, rather than spending his time making flashy announcements that Ontarians simply cannot trust?
Mr. Speaker, we have a $50 billion plan, which we are about $17 billion into, and we're about 5 years of the 25 years. If you do the math, $17 billion of $50 billion commitment at about year 5 means we're way ahead of schedule. And we're now building more rapid transit capital projects, including in your community, than ever before. It's unprecedented. This isn't announcements. These are results and actions that are going on right now across the province. We'd like to complete this project because right now the last Premier who invested as much in rapid transit and transportation was George Drew, and he left office in 1969. And we went through a 35-year drought where we never spent more than $3 or $4 billion. We spent more than that on highways alone, Mr. Speaker. So we're back at 2% of GDP. We think we share some views, we hope we do, with the NDP on the importance of infrastructure. I guess we'll find out when the budget gets voted on if that's true.